A wannabe social media influencer finds the perfect way to go viral. Start killing people he picks up with his ride-sharing app. Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. So glad you're here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see on this video. And to all my loyal fans and followers, thank you so much for the support. You all make it all worthwhile. Don't forget to use the hashtag. Being a social media influencer sounds exhausting. You always have to be on, and you always have to be coming up with new content that is either funny or shocking or something that you haven't done before, because your audience, they're going to go on and look at the next best thing if you don't constantly keep it fresh. When it comes to pop culture, I'm generally in the know. Of course, the older I get, the more out of touch I am. But what completely boggles my mind is how many people in the world as social media influencers are able to have millions of fans and followers around the world, and I have never heard of them or seen any of their content. Back in my day, and yes, I do feel old saying that, when someone was famous, they were famous. Everyone knew who they were. Spree is a comedy and thriller. It makes me laugh a lot, but I feel guilty for laughing at it. Because even though it's not real, there's a little more truth under the surface that I'm comfortable with. But movies like this are fun to watch because you can watch them on multiple levels. If you just want to have a good time, watch the movie and laugh along with the ridiculous characters. If you want to get something a little more meaningful out of it, look below the surface, and there's plenty to talk about and discuss with your friends and family after the movie ends. I was about halfway through Spree before I realized that our main character, Kurt, is the guy who plays Steve on Stranger Things. But in Spree, he is such a different character. His happy-go-lucky demeanor is both endearing and super annoying. I don't know whether to give the guy a hug or punch him in the face. And I definitely feel really sorry for him that he feels like his life is completely meaningless unless he can get millions of followers on his social media. There's more to life than that, buddy. Spree is a found footage film, and it may be the first found footage film that I've ever watched where everything that you see on camera actually makes sense that somebody recorded it. It's also kind of disturbing, not disturbing visually in what you're seeing on the screen, but disturbing because you could actually see some teenager who's been desensitized to violence by the news and by video games and movies and TV shows over the years, thinking that it's okay to go out and just start killing people because it's going to make me famous, and that's all that matters. Spree is also a very frantic movie. There's no way that you can soak it all in on a single viewing. And the reason for that is because the whole movie is about social media influencers, and sometimes they have multiple cameras set up, or maybe there's two influencers in the same scene and they're both filming each other. And while that's going on, across the screen you see the comments from the viewers of each of those two live streams. So there's hundreds of comments scrolling, two different conversations going, multiple camera angles. It sounds like it would be hard to follow, but it's really not. I mean, you get the gist of the story and you get the message that the movie is trying to make. But it gives a lot of rewatchability to the movie because when you watch it the second time, maybe you focus more on the comments and less on the video. And to me, the comments are the most realistic and the scariest part of this movie. Because as the murders start happening across these live streams, you have most of the comments are saying that blood is totally fake, or oh, they got us, what a cool prank, there's no way this is real. And it's just people refuse to believe what they're seeing with their own eyes. It's hard to explain why I like this movie so much. There are no redeemable characters in it at all. And the situations these characters find themselves in are very uncomfortable. Because I'm on the older side of the millennial generation, this is really my first exposure into that influencer culture that is taken over social media. And sure, this is a caricature of that, but there is a lot of truth in what these characters do. Hopefully some of it's exaggerated, but even if you're not a part of that influencer culture, I feel like you can learn a lot from this movie. And if nothing else, it's just really enjoyable to watch the whole way through. Gunning it up with your dad, injecting poison into water bottles, live streaming and driving, reading the comments, vaping, whiteboard business plans.